Facebook and YouTube. I am, well, it's Monday. It's Monday, so I'm here. It's 6:30 p.m., roughly 6:30 p.m. Sorry, my camera is not doing the trick, so here we go. Yeah, and still it's not. Sorry. Should have done that before I actually came live, but I forgot. So you have me fixing the camera and still not. Oh, this is annoying. There we go. Okay, let's leave it at that. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Here in France, it's early evening, let's put it this way, or late afternoon. And I'm coming live as I would every week. And today I want to be talking about two things. But I'm also pulling cards from the amazing Goddess Power Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. So if you want a card, just click on the link and I will be pulling a card for you. Not click on the link, sorry. Again, Isaiah, just give me your name in the comments and I will pull a card for you. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about Yoni. As a matter of fact, I kind of forgot to promote that thing. So I have a free thing coming on tonight, and it's all about Yoni and Yoni eggs. And so I thought, okay, let me go live. And instead of doing my usual techie Mondays, let me talk about this thing because I basically completely forgot to talk about it. So here we are. So Yoni is a Sanskrit word. Hi, Diana. Sure, I'll pull a card for you. Yoni is a I just finished this sentence, if that's all right. So Yoni is a sacred Sanskrit word that defines or encompasses all of a woman's sexual organs. And we'll leave it at that for now, because I can see that the tension is building. But let's pull a card for Diana. So if anyone else wants a card from the Goddess Power Oracle deck, just give me your name in the comments. So Diana, so just a minute. When I'm pulling Goddess cards, I should be saying a little more before we go into that. So I have a number of decks that have figures, if you want, on them. So Goddess cards or Archangel cards or Ascended Light Masters cards. I do this a little differently for those ones. My question is, what energy do you need today, Diana? For instance, which goddess energy would be good for you? So that's my question every time I pull a card out of one oracle deck with goddesses. So what do you need, basically? And it's a little similar to what you can get if you take my goddess quiz that you can find on my website and all over the place. It is all about not which goddess are you, because we're all of them, but which goddess do we need at this particular moment in time. So Diana, here comes one for you. And yours is Sarasvati. So Sarasvati is an Hindu goddess, and she's the goddess of the arts. So she's always, when she comes along, it's always a question of, do you take enough time to be creative? She's a musician, but you don't have to be a musician to be an artist or a creative person. And so she's always coming to inspire you to get more of the arts in your life. So whether it's cooking, creating literal art, or music, or singing, dancing, gardening, whatever you can do in a creative way, that's Sarasvati for you. But in this particular deck, she is the word that is written underneath her is mastery. And so it's all about, is there one part of the arts that you can and wish to become a master in, Diana? And so if you do, well, her invitation here is for you to literally pursue mastery and yeah, go for it. So nice invitation to see what happens. Tell me about it. I hope it makes sense. This is so funny. I went to an art show this weekend and I'm posting my art for the first time today. Yeah, well, you know, cards funny, I would say. Synchronicity. That's the magic of pulling cards for people. It's that, the energy is here. And the cards are not magic. Hi, Ronnie. The cards are not magic. You are, and I am, and we communicate through the ethers of the interwebs. And so your energy is helped by Sarasvati these days, and so the cards are a support for me connecting with your energy, or my energy connecting with yours. So the invitation here, Diana, for you is really to pursue the mastery and keep going. First time, but not the last. Wishing you all the success in your artistic endeavors, and showing them and sharing them with the world. Being an artist myself, I realize how much sometimes we keep our art private. At the same time, we would love to share it, but it's like this back and forth situation, and it's really a question of daring, but also of taking the time, because most of us artists, we'd like the creating part more than the sharing and the creating opportunities for exhibitions and art shows and the rest. So it's also a reminder here that to become a master at something, you do need to pursue, obviously, the creative process, but also maybe some commercial business things. So enjoy. Hello, Ronnie. If you want a card, you can just ask for one. As you know, if anyone else wants a card from the Goddess Power Oracle deck, just give me your name. So yeah, I will be live in 2 hours in my group, and only in my group. The name of the group, hi Liz. The name of the group, for those who don't remember, is Living a Goddess Life. And in this group tonight, in a couple of hours, or tonight for France, I will be sharing my exclusive, crazy new masterclass called Yoni Eggs, a practical and spiritual masterclass. So if you've been curious about what is yoni and what is an yoni egg, what is a crystal egg, and what are we supposed to do with them? What are their benefits? What do they do, kind of? Well, you've got the answer in the masterclass. So it's tonight, it's in 2 hours, roughly 2 hours. Only in my group, where you might find the link where you're watching the video or not, depending on if the platform will allow me to share the link. I never know. But the group is called Living a Goddess Life. If you're not a member, join. Of course, it's a free group. So this masterclass is dear to my heart. It's something that I've been holding and kind of hiding, Diana, for a long time now. And the message that is contained in this masterclass and in the power of the reconnecting with yoni and with working with yoni eggs has been with me for more than 15 years now. But it's kind of this thing that we don't talk about. Who comes live on Facebook talking about vaginas? I do. I'm a too much woman, so I'm all right with oversharing and TMI. But this is sacred work. This is the basics of sacred work for me, is what happens in our bodies. I've been talking about the 4 basic energies of the feminine, but it's also deep connecting with not only our wombs, but also our sexual organs as a whole and our sexual energy. And working with yoni eggs is just the magic of it. So if you're into that, or if you're curious, you can join me in a couple of hours in my group and listen to this masterclass, which I am both excited, slightly nervous, and really, really proud to have dared to share. And it is a vulnerable place because, well, Facebook and the interwebs are not a place to talk about sex. But the thing is there anywhere in life where we can talk about sex? And I'm not talking about having intercourse. I'm talking about connecting to what is the sexual energy, and the sexual energy is the energy of life, the breath of life. And so that's what we'll be talking tonight about with the Yoni Eggs Masterclass. So I'm excited. Again, if you want a card from the Goddess Power Oracle deck, just give me your name in the comments. But I have to read a long comment by Ronnie. I need to focus. Sorry, just a minute. Can you do me a favor? Would you say, oh, you want me to say some words in Greek? I'm raising kittens, and if Minerva turns out to be a boy, I want to name him for the god of healing, and I want to be respectful and say correctly. This is a complicated one because what you've written is a Roman name. So I can pronounce it, but I'm going to pronounce it the Roman way. The Greek god is not pronounceable in English. Let's put it this way. That's why it's written in the Roman version, which would be Asclepius. Asclepius. But you can. Oh yeah, but she's a goddess, because there's a goddess of health as well. She's called Ygea, or Hygeia. Well, Hygeia is just horrendously not nice a word in English, but in Greek she's called Ygea. But again, that's a girl, so Asclepius. Yeah, I don't think it's a very beautiful sound though. But you know, if you want to, I would go for that, Asclepius. I will have a look if I can find a pronounceable Greek version of that, and in which case I will DM you with the sound of it. I'm so happy you're happy for my masterclass, Ronnie. Hi, Christine. Yes, of course you want a card, and of course I'm going to pull one for you. Oh, not one, not the whole pack. Don't know, something happened there. So let's go. So while the energy is not ready, I can tell you about my background. Sorry, I'm going to stop calling that a backdrop because there's no drop. It's my background. So I decided that it's going to evolve with the seasons, and so this is between Samhain and Yule. So between which season? So we still have a broomstick, we still have a cauldron, and a tiny pumpkin. But we're starting to see bits of Christmassy energy. Okay, so Christine, I think we're ready now. This is your card. It wasn't ready before. So you go, oh, I can't pronounce that one too. I would go for Aini, but I guess it's not like that. Aini, maybe. And she is the goddess of adaptability. And into this deck, when you pull Aini, or Aini, I never know. She is the shapeshifter goddess. So she is coming with this energy of you can do anything, you can change anytime, you can change your energy, you can change your ideas, you can become a different person at any given moment. So that would be my invitation for you, Christine, is to allow for your shape shifting. And to be okay with that, to be okay with evolving into a completely different person. But the trick is, when you pull the card from this deck, when you pull Aini, the guy suggests that you pull another card so that you kind of know in which direction the shape shifting is going to happen. So Christine, you get two cards, so you get another goddess. Sure, Ronnie, I'm just starting to pull cards, so there is some time. And I saw you, Liz, of course. So here we go. Christine, second card. Oh, you got my bestie, Athena. Athena, goddess of knowledge, wisdom, strategy, organization, and planning. So Athena is, when Athena comes along, there's two things that immediately spring into mind. It's order and method. It's like everything about her is organized. She's kind of a Virgo, basic Virgo, Athena. But also she does this Virgo thing with the intuition of an owl, right? So she's got this connection to deep hidden messages, and that's what she follows in order to plan, strategize, and organize. So the invitation here for you, Christine, if I put those two together, is to allow for adaptability into your organizational structure. So, and if you're not an organized person, well, it's an invitation that it's possible that you can adapt into that. I don't know if that makes any sense, Christine. If you want more details, ask me about that. You know, I feel that it can go either way. It's either you're a very organized person already, and so the message here is allow for the intuition and the adaptability to enter your maybe too rigid a structure. And if you're not an organized person already, if you're this person that is usually kind of a mess, let's put it this way, like I used to be before I met Athena and really turned she upped my game. So if you're kind of this unorganized person or having problems, issues with organization, then the message would be something around allowing for more structure in your organization of your days or in your desk, or tiny steps of going towards that's perfect, and I am not organized. Well, the invitation here is to allow for Athena to give you a hand in this, and you can use your intuition and allow the goddess of adaptability, whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce again, to wait a sec, I have an idea, because I have another deck where they help us pronounce the names. So if she's in there, I'm going to learn how to pronounce it just for you. Yes, here she is. So it's pronounced Onya. Of course, the Celts. This is annoying. So here she is, and she's pronounced Onya. Oh my God, these Celtic people are annoying me with their, it's written one way and pronounced a completely different way. Anyway, so back to you, Christine. The idea here is, can you allow for change, for shape-shifting into an organized person? And this is something that I'm really passionate about, because I used to be a mess. I used to be the disorganized person, and I'm actually running a program now that is called the Athena System, about planning and organization and structure in your life. And because I've been convinced, Athena just came knocking, and she literally I downloaded a complete system of organization, and now it's like, why wouldn't I? It's so much simpler. Anyway, and it doesn't cut me from intuition and adaptability. So that's the trick. You can be both. Okay, so 2 cards for you, Christine. Liz, and then Ronnie. So Liz, so I'm pulling today from the Goddess Power Oracle deck, and if you want a card, just give me your name in the comments and I will pull for you. So here we go, Liz. Liz, you got Parvati. So Parvati is an Indian goddess, and she is for a Hindu goddess, and she is the wife of Shiva traditionally, right? And she's all about devotion. So devotion for me means taking time to be in devotion to so inwards, and to give attention to the practice of devotion. So what can be the practice of devotion? It can be prayer, it can be meditation, it can be basically focusing towards transcendence and the divine, that which you call sacred. It can, God, the universe, whatever you call it, and literally thinking it. Going into, for me, devotion is step 1 is gratitude. So do you have a gratitude practice? Do you have a daily practice of gratitude, whether meditation, whether a gratitude journal? That's the invitation here, to be in this space where we are connected to the divine in a way, not that we ask of it, it's not like a prayer, please give me that, not like we we just admire it, or express our gratitude and love. So that's for you. So that's some inward time. You see on this picture, her eyes are turned inwards. So she's literally, and that is also her superpower. And so maybe it's yours. I hope it makes some sense. Liz, and then I think it was Ronnie then. Okay, thanks for the heart. That's hugely encouraging, says Christine. Good. Don't freak out about organization. It's like, it's something, that we have agreed. I believe that messy people have agreed to that up to an extent. And it's okay until it's not, until it becomes something that is heavy for you or for me. And then we can change it, because we are not trees, right? If there is something in our lives that is not helping us, making us joyful, making us happy, making us more abundant, making us, walk towards our dreams, well, this is my opportunity to remind you that we are not trees. We can move, we can change, we can adapt, because basically we do. Even if we don't like the idea of evolution, even if we'd rather stay exactly where we are, we do move all the time. Everything changes. So we might as well move in the direction that we choose. Yeah. So, yeah, we are not trees. We can change. So, Ronnie. And then if anybody else wants a card, please give me your name in the comments and tell me about it. So, Ronnie, today you got, the thing with cards. Onya, take two. So, same cards as Christine before. So, it's all about adaptability. But for you, I see a different message, because same cards, different messages. If I connect to your energy, I think it's a question of allowing this adaptability. Like you are, maybe what I was saying just 5 minutes before about not being a tree was for you. Maybe the universe already sent me this message even before I actually pulled the card, and you're going to get a second card as well. But for you, I think this adaptability message is all around allowing change, because so many of us, we say we want something different, but we want to hold on to what we have at the same time. So there's this impossibility to adapt, because I'm holding so strongly to something, and then I'm saying I want to be there, but I'm holding here. So basically I can't, it can't happen. So yeah, you might go and listen to Christina's reading, but still, I think that for you, it's a little different. This adaptability message for you comes with this, this invitation to allow the change. Yeah, I'm just looking in the book. And then you get a second card, because that's the invitation for the shapeshifter goddess Onya. So now I've learned what's her name and how to pronounce it. So happy to learn new things every day. Isn't that an awesome life that we live? That we can every day learn new stuff. Thank you, Mr. Internet. It's one of my daily joys. The incredible amount of new information, new music, new videos that we can have access every day, and so much can enter our energy field. Okay, so your second goddess, Ronnie, is that one. So you got White Buffalo Calf Woman. Oh, I don't know her. I'm going to go and have a read of the book. So obviously she's a Native American goddess, White Buffalo Calf Woman. And the message, the word that is written at the bottom is reverence. And I don't have a clue who she is. I've had this deck for more than 3 years now, and I've never pulled her. So I'm just going to go and read the book, right? What I can tell you from the image is that there is something around peace. There is something about around peace and around. Can you see that at the back here? There's almost a mask or an ancestor's image. So I believe there's something around that. But you know, I try not to listen to other people's readings, says Ronnie. You know, I wanted to discuss that because I think it's interesting. I'll go back to your goddess in just a minute, but I think it's interesting because I believe that if you're online and somebody else is getting a reading and you're there and you're not doing anything else, right? And you want to stay because you're waiting for your reading, I believe that whatever is said concerns you. So there is, you know, it's not indiscreet or you know, I'm giving private readings. They come they're way more in details and they're paying products basically, but those free readings, I believe if you're there, the universe wants you to hear that as well. And I will never, because I think it's completely unethical, go into personal details of the life of anyone in a public reading situation. So let me go and read about this white buffalo woman. And sorry, it's going to take a couple of minutes for me to go in there. So I've told you I've never pulled this card. I've never read the book, right? So here we go. Now is the time to view your world through a lens of peace, harmony, and reconciliation. So she's a Lakota goddess, white buffalo calf woman, and she invites you to leave the duality of right, wrong, good, bad, and enter the space of harmony. And enter a space of how can everyone benefit. So it's interesting because it goes with what I was saying just earlier on about listening to other people's readings. You know, it's like everyone benefits. So when I do a reading for one of you, all the other people that are here listening, for whatever reason, whether they're waiting or whether they're too shy for it, I believe that this is a situation of everyone benefits. So yeah, so she's really inviting you to this idea of, into this new way of thinking and of behaving into the world. How can I agree to this place where enter this place where in an almost unconscious way I look for the greater good for everyone and for myself, right? I'm not saying, you know, ignore. And so and the other thing that she is all about is the sacredness of life. So reminding you that every breath you take is sacred, that every mistake you make is a gift, and every time something happens, you can learn from it. So adaptability, allowing for change, and entering this place of the greater good for everyone. That's a big one, Ronnie. I think it's like, yeah, I think it's like a lot of invitation to the next step in your life of evolution. It seems like a big thing, and it brings me joy. So what are you saying here? Oh, you know about her. You know better than me. So what's her name again? White buffalo calf woman brought the sacred pipe of peace and connection to the native people in North America. She brings the teaching of male-female balance as well within the teaching of the pipe. I agree about the readings. I just tune out a little in case anyone. And Christine says it's so true. I find I can relate to everyone else's reading. Yeah, up to a certain extent, I think if we're here listening to that, we can relate to it. And, you know, I can relate to each and every one of you as well. So this is going to be my last call for a card from the Goddess Power for tonight, from the Goddess Power Oracle deck, because I have a masterclass in an hour and a half about the sacredness of yoni and the discovery of yoni eggs. So if you're interested to learn everything about crystal eggs that are called yoni eggs, what are they for, what is yoni, and what we can open up to, well, be in my group in an hour and a half now. So the group is Living a Goddess Life. If you're not a member of that yet, come join. And I hope you appreciate this masterclass. For me, it's really one of those very important reconnection. I think it's a question of remembering things that we've known and reconnecting with this energy of our own yoni. So what else is there to read for me? Sharing sacred medicines with others like she did. Yes, indeed. That would be interesting, Ronnie. I'm glad you like her. So if nobody else wants a card, I am going to pull a card for the replay people. And obviously, if you're not seeing the live thingy over there, not over there, it means I'm not live and I'm not pulling cards for people. When I come twice a week to pull cards around 6:30 p.m. Paris time. So if you want a card, you have to be live. And I'll be very happy to pull cards for you like I do. So one card for the replay people and for myself. Why not? And here we go. And we have, again, you know, this thing that the goddesses the cards seem to come 2 or 3 times out in the same day is really interesting. So I got Sarasvati as well. And it's all about mastery again. So for the replay people and for myself, everything about mastery and the arts, an invitation to dig deeper and get better at what you do. And allow for the arts, whatever you call arts or creativity. And it can be, you know, it can range from, it is under the supervision of Sarasvati, but it can be also under the supervision of Demeter, Greek goddess of fertility and creativity. And creative for women can take so many aspects. You know, it starts with creating a baby. And it goes up to creating a garden or anything of the sort. I'm going to go and have a look in the book because I feel that for this time around, this goddess has another message. So, yes, she's asking for us to commit and go the distance. So, don't let go. And really allow for the mastery of our art to be attained by perseverance and not hard work, but keep going. You know, it's like if I'm not doing whatever I do regularly, if I'm not applying myself, and that might require some effort and mostly some perseverance. Well, then there's no way I become a master. It's not only a question of gift. It's not only a question of desire, love, or enjoyment. It's also a question of how much time and energy I put into that. And so that comes very handy for me because, well, there's this thing about the sacredness of yoni and the yoni eggs, and this work, which I consider sacred, has been with me for a long time now. And I have been both doing it myself. I have both been teaching it on offline. And it's the first time that I really dare to actually literally teaching online and to go into the world with that. So yeah, kind of perseverance is interesting. Well, that would be me for tonight. I will see you in an hour and a half in my group for the Yoni Eggs Masterclass, both practical and spiritual, the way I work. So it's never always in your head, it's never always in your body, it's both. And it's mostly in your heart and soul. And then I'll see you, if you're not available or not interested by this subject in particular, I will see you Wednesday in my group, 5 p.m. Paris time, for the weekly exclusive content. I don't know what that's going to be about, because that's, fully downloaded. And Thursday, I have a huge special announcement. I have a huge, I'm keeping it, and I'm excited you can't imagine. So it's going to be all over the place on my socials as from Thursday, 11:11 my time. And then the next live is Friday all over, and that's my Goddess Friday and cards live, which is weekly as well. So voila, I will leave you and love you very much, each and every one of you, and I'll go and eat something before my masterclass. See you then, and until then, please remember to love yourself. Bye for now.